Venotorain Curaflow is used for the management of lymphedema and lipedema. They provide a beneficial compression effect without causing excess heat buildup. The internal knit structure of the garment massages the skin with every movement. Mark the measurement points with a non-permanent pen. To identify measurement point C, bend the wrist toward the arm and determine the second skin fold of the wrist. Measurement point E can be found at the inner elbow. Now measure the distance between C and E and divide it by 3. Mark the two other measurement points, C1 and D. The arm should be in a relaxed hanging position for point G. Place a sheet of paper directly under the armpit as a ruler to help you mark point G. Next, measure the distance between E and G on the upper arm. Then calculate the midpoint and mark this as point F. First, measure the circumference at point C. Take the measurement on the skin without tension. Enter the value in the order form. For the next measurement point, C1, take the measurement first without tension, immediately followed by an additional measurement with slight tension. The circumference at D is measured at the widest point of the forearm. Take the measurement first without tension, immediately followed by an additional measurement with slight tension. Measure circumference E slightly above the elbow. Avoid taking the measurement at the inner elbow as it may cause discomfort later. Measure without tension. Now measure circumference F. Take the measurement first without tension, immediately followed by an additional measurement with slight tension. For the last point, circumference G, take the measurement first without tension, followed by an additional measurement with slight tension. There are 3 ways of taking the measurements. Skin measurement, the tape measure is applied without tension. For soft tissue, apply slight tension, and lastly, apply more tension in cases of firm tissue or pronounced edema. When capturing length measurements, the arm must rest relatively extended on a supporting surface. Start with measurement C. For each marked circumference point, measure the length and enter it on the order form. When length measurements are completed, measure for the arm sleeve lateral finish. For best results, have the patient standing up. Measure the distance from G to the highest point of the sleeve. This measurement is known as G1. The hand should rest relaxed on a supporting surface when the measurement points are being marked. Mark point A at each side of the hand at the finger base joint. For circumference measurement B, mark the lowest point between thumb and index finger. For the circumference measurement, the palm of the hand should rest relaxed on the surface. Enter circumference A. Circumference B comes next. For both values, take measurements without tension. First, take the length measurement on the inside of the hand. Enter the distance between A and B on the measurement sheet. Now measure the lengths to C and C1. Depending on the length required for treatment purposes, take the measurements for the relevant points in the same way as for the arm sleeve. Next, measure the circumferences of the fingers. Use a special finger tape measure for this. Prepare the measurement loop. Take the first circumference measurement above the base joint of the thumb. Each finger finishes where the nail bed starts. Make sure the lengths are captured correctly, as too short finger lengths may lead to constriction. Continuing with the forefinger, circumference X above the base joint, and circumference Z where the nail bed starts. Measure the associated lengths of the thumb and forefinger. Enter the data in the order form systematically to ensure you get a good overview. The use of the Venotorain glider makes it easier to put on the garment. Place the long loop of the glider inside the donning aid. Then insert the arm into the donning aid and pull the Venotorain Curaflow arm sleeve over it with some force before pulling it upwards. Remove the donning aid by pulling the loop at the end of the device. The use of the donning gloves make it easier to pull and distribute the garment. Sometimes a second person may be needed to help assist in the donning of the garment to ensure perfect fit. When putting on compression gloves, it is important to make sure the fingers are correctly spread and are level with the start of the nail bed. If you are fitting this without help from others, the Venotorain glider donning aid and the donning gloves make life considerably easier. You can then connect the loop of the glider to a hook or door handle in order to pull it out. Use the gloves to pull and distribute the arm sleeve upwards, step by step. The high friction surface of the gloves make it easy to adjust the finger lengths until they fit just right.